Tricube, accent light, design development. Phase 1, ideation. I really pushed the boundaries, with pages and pages being as creative as possible, making sure that form followed function. Phase 2, prototyping. I chose a top 2 design and made and developed them. Mood board. This was to reflect the aesthetics. The first presentation. One was interactive and the other was a shelf. With design constraints, as well as design criteria, now implemented, design modification can now undergo. With critique from the client, it developed the Tricube accent light. Phase 9, computer renderings. With the prototype made, the computer renderings could be made as well, developed with 3ds Max and Photoshop. Light construction, phase 10. With safety put in place, the Tricube accent light could now be made out of sheet metal, using the proper tooling, the proper machinery, and safety guides for all. Sheet metal bending and cutting are tricky. However, once properly done and filed, could look really good. Spot welding, which is also very tricky as there is no guides and all done by eye. Here we see sandblasting for the center acrylic cube. With an extra piece, I was able to play with textures, however, decided on a full look. And finally, do some surface finishing. To get a mirrored look, I used WD-40, started with an 80 grit sandpaper, worked my way up to 110, next 400, and lastly 1000 grit to get that mirrored surface finish for the back panel. Longement la forêt, this is where I got my wood. Occumé. With the help of Aaron, I was able to plane my wood as well as cut out the basic shapes. The drilling was next to connect the two parts for the back panel. When dealing with lights, you must also deal with wiring. I created 2 metal rods as well as a threaded nipple that fits in to allow rotation for my cubes. One of my lights, however, had to be soldered with the help of a technician. The connection between the wire and extension adapter was faulty, so the LED strip terminal block to the DC pin adapter and then from the terminal block to the LED strip had to be soldered directly onto the wire instead.